All right, this is on the chopper crash near Mumbai. 3 bodies have been recovered. The wreckage has been spotted as well. This is not looking good. This is bad. This is tragic. And this is a helicopter that went missing with 7 people on board at 10:35 this morning off the coast of Mumbai. It lost contact with the ATC 15 minutes after takeoff. 10:20 was the takeoff. It lost contact at ATC, and since then, you've got Coast Guard vessels, Navy vessels who have been employed in search and rescue operation in the area where where the helicopter went missing. And now we are getting some very, very tragic news. And this after you had Dharmendra Pradhan, the petroleum minister, who was in direct touch with the defense minister, Nirmala Sitharaman. Snehesh joining us. Snehesh, this is bad.
Well, absolutely, Parikshit. This is sad news that is now emerging, is that the wreckage has been found and 3 bodies have been recovered so far by the Coast Guard. Remember, we had this information earlier, but we were withholding the information because this related to the lives of 7 passengers who were on board. But sadly, confirmation has come in from top sources saying that the wreckage has been found and 3 bodies have so far been recovered. As we speak, the operation is currently on. Parikshit.
Right, and we're just going to read out a tweet which is coming in from the Coast Guard, Snehesh. It says, one Pavan Hans helicopter of ONGC flying from Juhu, Mumbai to the ODA offshore development area lost at sea this morning. Total crew on board 5 besides 2 pilot, so total of 7 people. Large-scale Indian Coast Guard search and rescue operation underway. Debris located by the Coast Guard ship and 1 body recovered. They've also tagged the Defence Minister of India. And Snehesh, Alex Phillips speaking to his sources in the Navy and Coast Guard and telling us now that a total of 3 bodies have been recovered. Give us a sense of the rescue operations that would now be taking place. This is very, very tragic. You had this information, but you were holding it just to get a double verification from your sources, Snehesh. Tell us more. What would be happening at that spot where that wreckage was found?
Well, Parikshit, the Dornier aircraft as well as the PHI aircraft of the Indian Navy was put into service, put into duty. What we've been told is that the Coast Guard ship, it was one of the Coast Guard ships which first spotted the wreckage, and immediately the Coast Guard personnel were, carried out a rescue operation. In so far, 3 bodies have been recovered so far is what we've been told. We've spoken to top sources in the security establishment, and they have confirmed that 3 bodies have been recovered as of now. The search operation is on for the rest of the 4 personnel. So we are still not confirmed whether the status of the rest of the 4. So, but we can confirm as of now is that 3 bodies have been recovered. Prayers goes out for the rest of the 4. Parikshit.
Right, and this is a story that we continue to follow very, very closely. We are getting news that the Defence Minister is monitoring this entire operation as well, and so does the Petroleum Minister, Dharmendra Pradhan. The Navy is carrying out the search and rescue operation. You also have the Coast Guard, which is involved. A wreckage of the helicopter has been spotted. 3 bodies have been recovered. Would you know where were these crew members headed to? What was the mission? What was the project they were going for? Snehesh, any details coming in? Was there bad weather in the area? Are you getting to know anything from the Met Department, from the Coast Guard? Were they saying that the waters were choppy, or was there a lot of wind at that point in time?
You know, this accident has come as a surprise for many. You know, I was speaking to some of the veterans who've flown in this area. You know, they've been telling us this is an area where there is heavy helicopter traffic that is there, because remember, you know, the oil rigs are there out in the sea, and these helicopters, the Pavan helicopters, are used to transport the officials from Mumbai to the oil rigs. And this is exactly what happened today. This flight took off at about 10:20. It was supposed to reach at one of the locations in the sea, but about 10:35, 15 minutes after it took off, it lost air contact, and immediately a search and rescue operation was initiated by the Coast Guard. The Navy joined in later, but you know, we were hoping for the best. The Defense Minister Nirmala Sitharaman was coordinating the entire operation because it was the defense assets that were put into into use. But sad news has now emerged that the helicopter has crashed and 3 bodies have been recovered. Status of the 4 other persons who were on board this particular ill-fated chopper is yet not known. We would wait for official confirmation before updating anything to our viewers. But yes, this is sad news that has come in as of now. Parikshit.
Very, very tragic. Thank you very much, Snesh, for joining us. The wreckage has been spotted. 3 people have been reported dead. The search is on for the bodies of 4 others. Thank you very much, Snesh, for joining us. This is a story that we'll continue keeping an eye on.